if this is controversial to say, but one thing about a Latino Trump supporter, it's always going to be a Cuban from Florida or a Mexican from Texas who uses the N-word. And no in between.
White nation! White nation! Now we start the deportation! Now we start the deportation! White nation! White nation! Close borders! Close borders! Now we start the deportation! Now we start the deportation! You're right, gentlemen.
The people that you voted for, Latinos for Trump, the people that you supported are those people. When they got out of the polls, out of the voting centers, they probably said hi to you. They saw you with a MAGA flag. They saw you with a little red, with a Trump shirt. And they say, hey, brother, thank you for your support. We love having Latinos on our side. Thank you. Those are the people that you supported. You sided as a Latino for Trump with the white supremacists. You know this. At the most basic level, you understand why your Latino brothers and sisters despise you, why they don't want to talk to you. Because you voted with that group that you see right there, with the people who hate us. You abandoned and forsaken the people that meant something to you, that loved you, that took care of you since you were a child. You forsaken those people for that group, for the people who want to exterminate your livelihood and who you represent. And you have to sleep with that every night. This is the part that you need to understand. That's your group now. So you go and hang out with them and see if they take you. Que tengan buen día.
Latinos, you can scream MAGA all you want, vote red, only speak English, even call ICE yourself, but you will never be the exception. You will never be white, and it's not going to stop you from getting racially profiled. Who said that?
Florida will be the downfall of Latinos and Hispanics every time.
I just saw a video of Kamala Harris speaking, and she looks drunk. She looks incoherent, and holy freaking crap, we dodged a bullet. I mean, Donald Trump literally dodged a bullet for democracy. We know what's best for us. And we all participated in bringing a true leader back into the White House. God bless America, guys.
A few moments later.
I'm sorry to my community for voting the way I did. Now I can empathize and sympathize with the Black community. Now that it's here with us too, it's like crap. I honestly, legitimately didn't think it was real. But it's real as hell. And it's obviously minority groups that are targeted and persecuted.
I didn't fucking vote for this. Number one, imagine that they give you a freshly squeezed lemonade. And then you drink it and you enjoy it. Whatever.
And now, with your brown ego bruised and your crumbled white fantasy, you come crawling back with your watered down lemonade analogy. He is another example that internalized racism is costly. He's only leaving MAGA now because he's just figured out that no matter how hard he betrays his own people, no matter how far he's shoved his tongue up white supremacy's ass, they still rejected him. You pretended like you didn't know racism exists for Black people. You pretended racism didn't exist for you or your Latino community either. You truly believed that if you backstabbed your own people hard enough, if you spewed white supremacist talking points hard enough, demonized Black and brown people, and played the obedient mouthpiece, you'd win their approval. You didn't just ignore racism. You became a willing tool of it. You helped elect a white supremacist into power, fully aware of what he was. You thought proving your loyalty to whiteness would make you immune. Instead, you might just find yourself in alligator Alcatraz.
I just saw a video of Kamala Harris speaking, and holy freaking crap, we dodged a bullet. I mean,
you are the bullet. Your sick, pathetic obsession with earning white approval from people who openly despise your existence helped push this entire country toward collapse. You didn't just put yourself in danger. You dragged your entire community down with you. You sold out your own community, leaving women, children, and hardworking people to be hunted, brutalized, and criminalized by the very people you beg for acceptance from. You willingly volunteered to be a weapon against your own people. You are the bullet. Selfish Latinos like this will sacrifice everything for white approval and will only change their mind when they don't get that approval. They are not to be trusted, because the second a Latino like this is offered a tiny scrap of white acceptance, he will backstab his own community again. He will degrade his own self again for those tiny scraps of white acceptance. There are too many in the Latino community who are still so indoctrinated to still assimilate to whiteness, and he is one of them. A lot of us who vote Democrat, it's not because we are loyal to the party. It's because there are only two viable options, and one is clearly better not only for our community, but all marginalized communities and poor people, including poor white people. But that's probably too deep of a conversation for someone who just discovered racism is real last week.
Hi, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm called Irene Soeta. If you're new here, kindly subscribe, put on the notification button so that you get notified every time I post a video. So guys, today we're gonna be talking about Latinos, the MAGA support, Latino community that supported Trump to where Trump is right now. So guys, if pretense had to win a degree, then Latinos would be given that big award. You understand? The Latino community. So Latino communities, guys, right now, they have realized that they did a very big mistake, and we all know that these people, if we talk about racists, they were the first people. They knew that they were the people, like white people, when they went out there to vote, they really voted in. We saw them forming music, singing how they were gonna vote for Trump. You understand? And now they have come to realize that they really betrayed themselves, because it has really hit them so hard, and there's nowhere to escape. There's nothing to do about it. They cannot return all the people who have been deported. You understand? If there's anything we call betrayal, it's Latinos betraying their community. Guys, these people indeed betrayed their community. Like, they came out in large numbers, went out there and voted for Trump, and they voted for this administration, knowing that this administration was going to favor them. They knew that they were this perfect white Latinos that were supposed to be living in America, but alas, it fell on them. And it's so unfortunate that it's too late for them. They are realizing that black people were right, and now they're coming out here to fake, like, pretend like they are asking for forgiveness. Something, I don't know if it's coming from their heart or they just want to know what will the black people do. So guys, let's get into these videos and let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into them.
Much of a lame ass you have to be Hispanic and still be defending Donald Trump. Listen, one thing is to have voted for him and accepting the fact that he's fucking up, but if you're still actively defending him after Alligator Alcatraz, the kidnappings, the people dying in the detention centers, that's just your ego talking. With the ego like that, you cannot hate yourself anymore. Because at the end of the day, you see your parents in those people, you see your grandparents in those people. And get this, no matter how much you keep dick riding that community, they will never accept you, and you will never be one of them. Because you're still employed, meaning you're not rich. The last 2 to 3 generations in your family barely became legal, and you get no bitches. Doing all of this con el pinche nopal en la frente. Oh my god, so embarrassing. I almost feel bad for you.
I'm sorry to my community for voting the way I did. I acknowledged the mistake earlier, but it's different. When you acknowledge something, it's kind of like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. When you say I'm sorry, it's more like, yeah, I fucked up. And I think I fucked up. Obviously, my one vote didn't make the difference, but it contributed. And I don't even know why I was like so bent out on the price of eggs, price of gas and shit. I have a fucking Tesla. I'm blessed enough to not know how much milk or eggs or none of that bullshit cost. I just go and buy it. My dumbass was joining the propaganda. Oh, look at all these people. They can't afford homes. Blah, blah, blah. I can go buy another fucking house. I fucked up royally. And so now, yes, at least I'm marching. I'm doing some research, spreading the word. But I truly wish that I was on the right side of history from the get-go. Not for selfish reasons, but because had I been, at least I would not have contributed to all these people that are being hurt in our community. I wouldn't have contributed to fucking U.S. citizens being arrested because God decided to use more melanin when he was creating them. I wouldn't have contributed, and I wish that was the case. But I fucked up, so I'm sorry. But you have my word that moving forward, I'm going to be on the right side of history.
If you're a Latino that currently supports ICE, I hope that every time you go reach for some spices, you can only find salt and pepper. I hope that every time you drink a margarita, you don't feel the effects of the alcohol, just the calories and the hangover from the sugar. I hope the next time you hurt yourself, nobody's there to sana curita sana. I hope that every time you reach for a tapatio bottle, somebody's replaced the insides with Tabasco. I hope the only Spotify stations that work for you are country music. Even though I bet you like that. I hope that every time you're out, you have the opportunity to show an angry white person your proof of citizenship, because you know as well as anybody else, paperwork is what makes you human. I hope that every time you order café con leche, they just give you a cup of leche because, you love things that are white, right? But mostly, I hope you heal whatever self-hatred it is that you have that's making you turn your back on your own people, so you can liken yourself to these people who don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about us. They just care about maintaining power and will utilize you until they are ready to discard you. So, happy healing.
Latinos for Trump. So Joe Biden and Kamala Harris gave you TPS, temporary protected status. They made you legal. They gave you a leg to stand on and a chance to stay in this country. And what did you do? You made a song for Donald Trump, and you got all your relatives to vote against the people that gave you your status here. And now you're being deported. You thought your morals was going to outflank their racism? You said, oh, no, they believe in abortion, and they believe in LGBTQIA rights. We don't support that. We ain't going to vote for them. That's the shiny thing the Republicans have always used to get you guys to vote against your interest. So if you're a Latino for Trump and your wife, your daughter, your children, your sons, your cousins, your tios, your abuelitas are getting deported, I told you so. We told you so. We begged you guys not to vote that way. I said in South America and said this. What y'all go do? Campaign for them, give them money, make songs for them, push your family members who could vote to vote for them, pressure them. And now, where's that charity and that love and that Christian spirit you thought that they had? They don't exist because they never liked you. We're black, you're brown. They don't like either one of those colors. We told you. So as you guys are getting rounded up and you're sitting in that ICE detention facility and you're watching this and you're thinking about where you went wrong, remember, communism, socialism would never exist here under Democrats or Republicans. We're capitalists. And they find it expedient to move y'all for capitalism. And that's what they're doing. We told you so.
Now I can empathize and sympathize with the black community. I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of their skin. And I always thought it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch. That person must be doing something, right? And obviously I've never experienced that before. I've never felt that way before and stuff. And so I always thought ignorantly, by the way, on my part, thinking I think you guys are, because I'm brown, I've never felt that and stuff like that, I'm also a minority. But now, with us, it wasn't the cops. Cops aren't just randomly go and checking in the past. But now it's our turn, right? Now we feel it. Now we feel like, crap, can I just go down the street? Do I need my paper? It's like, why are you stopping me? I'm a U.S. citizen. What we're not doing anything wrong. And now we're being persecuted. And so now I'm thinking crap, this is what the black community meant, and I kind of feel bad. Well, I don't kind of feel. I feel bad because I never really could understand where they were coming from or where you guys were coming from. But I can assure you that now that it's here with us too, it's like, crap. I honestly, legitimately didn't think it was real. But it's real as hell, and it's obviously minority groups that are targeted and persecuted pretty much, and it's right now with us is because we're brown. You guys have had your turn when cops were just in bigger cities, urban areas, stopping disproportionately the black community and stuff, and I just want to say I guess now I understand I think moving forward, there's going to be a little bit more unity because we now can see where you guys are coming from. Well, at least I can, and so, yeah, guys, I just want to say sorry for being ignorant before, but I hope this unites all communities, not just minorities, and call out things for what they are, regardless of the race.
I'm a Latina for Trump, and I support mass deportations. It's not that hard to go through the legal process. My grandma came here illegally, but she married my grandpa, and they did the whole process. So at the end of the day, we legal. I'm a Latina for Trump, and I'm a no sabo, because we're in America, and we speak English here. I mean, I can't really communicate with my grandma, but that's on her. That's on her. That bitch has been here for 30 plus years, and she still doesn't know English. I'm a Latina for Trump, and I support the ICE raids. At schools, at graduations, I don't give a fuck. Those kids are criminals. And I'm happy that we're no longer using our tax money on giving them free lunch, because fuck them kids. Unless they're a fetus, because I'm a good Christian and pro-life. Pro vida. I'm a Latina for Trump because I'm broke. And he promised cheaper gas and groceries. And don't come saying, oh, everything is more expensive now. No, bitch. Tell me why the gas in my city is 5 cents less than it was last week. Then I went to 7-Eleven and picked up my daily Coke and hot Cheetos, and it was 20 cents less. So bitch, if you want to be blind and ignorant, be blind and ignorant. Because Trump is over here working hard, and he's already made a lot of great decisions for our country. And if you don't want to see that, that's on you, boo. So God bless America.
Good evening on this Sunday evening. This video is for Latinos for Trump. If you're not a Latino for Trump, you can scroll on, my loves. If you want to stay, stay. So I have $1 million question, right? A lot of you guys, not all, but a lot of you guys fled your countries fleeing supposed dictatorship, right? You fled your country. You came here to the United States of America fleeing dictatorship. But when you got here, then it was okay to vote for a felon who's a dictator and is turning the United States of America into a dictatorship. Make that fucking make sense. You guys, Latinos for Trump, should be embarrassed. Because as a first generation child of immigrants, I could never vote against my own people, and especially my parents, who made me who I am today and gave me what I have today. So you guys are absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. If I was your parents, I would have slapped the shit out of you. I would have made sure I threw that chancla and hit you smack dab in that right here. See if it knocks some sense into you.
So guys, I'm so grateful. I hope you have watched the whole video. And it's very, very unfortunate for the Latinos to come to black people or black community to ask for forgiveness, because Latinos really, they wanted this to themselves. Like, this is something that they really, really did it or wanted it to happen to themselves. Like, guys, we all know about during the comments when Trump was campaigning, Latinos were on the front line to support, and supporting someone or an individual or a leader is not bad, but you need just to be very considerate. You need to be to always scrutinize the policies, the agenda. You need to scrutinize that person, because when you put that person in office, will he have the interest, your interest at his hands? Guys, before you do anything and going to the ballot box and voting, you need to have vetted this person deeply, and you just need to know that this person is going to have your interest at hand. So Latinos who are for Trump for a very long time, we know, they even composed songs, so we're gonna vote for Trump. They sang, they knew that they were that superior. They came, and they knew that they are people, there's no one who was above them. Like, they looked down upon the people of color, like the black Americans or black communities. So they all knew about the mass deportation that was going to happen. They all knew about the Trump's policies. They knew. But when Trump flipped and came and did them everything that it has happened, from mass deportation and for everything, Latino Latino have been regretting a lot, because they just know that they were not loved. These people had massive love for the orange man, but flipping it over them, it has hit them so hard, and that's why they are humbling themselves. And we really don't know. No black person is trusting the Latinos, even if they humble themselves and come and say, oh, we are asking for forgiveness, please forgive us, we should have listened to you. It's too late. You have betrayed not only the black community, you have betrayed your people. Look at the people who have left America, the people who were caught by ICE. They were detained and now deported back to the country with nothing. So you put your desires first. You never thought about all those people who were who had no documents. Like, seriously, you voted for Trump. Is not bad, because everyone has their own rights and rights to voting, but you should have sat down, you should have gone through the policies, and just you should have considered the people, your friends, your families, those people who are close to you. You understand? Now coming to black community and saying like they've been bashing black community, why would black communities are quiet, they're not defending them, and now they're coming out realizing that they did the biggest mistake ever. They want to come close to them, to black communities. Black community, no, it's okay, it's okay, but I hope when it comes to the next election, there's a big lesson learned. So I'm called Irene So and I hope you have watched this video to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the subscription button and you put on the notification button so that you get notified every time I upload a video from me. Bye bye.